Alrighty, here it is. All nice and clean and shiny. The fresh layer of wax. These rims I actually don't really like. Apparently my rotors are already rusty from doing the wash on it. Anyways, I don't really like these rims, but the reason why I have them is because these tires are 225/50/16, so they're wider than the original tires that the car came with, and they were almost new when I got them, and I got all four on rims for 160 bucks, and you know, you can't complain. So my rotors are rusty from me washing the car, but anyways, these are slotted and cross-drilled rotors. They're by Rototech, and honestly probably one of the best things I've ever decided to do. I love them. They work really well. Other than that, the body has been completely refinished by me, except for the paint job. I didn't do it, and I'm not exactly happy with its turnout, so it's all going to be redone again this coming winter. Well, some people notice this V6HO badge on the side of the raised functional factory cowl hood. Well, the badge doesn't belong to the car, it belongs to a 2002 Pontiac Grand Am, but there's a reason for that. Well, here's the reason. This motor came from a 2002 high output Ram Air Grand Am GT. Now, a high output 3400 is basically just a little difference in the computer tuning, so whatever, it's still a motor. I got this engine for free. It only had 160,000 kilometers on it when I got it, and I've put about 20,000 on it. Now, most people know that 3400s from Grand Ams never came with a 5-speed manual transmission like I have. However, just like a 3.1 liter, they bolt right together, so that's pretty awesome. The only thing I had to do was that engine mount right there that I'm pointing at, I had to custom make, and I just made it out of 1/4-inch steel, and it's been holding up great. No problems at all. It hasn't bent or broke or anything, and the welds are perfect still on it, and it's awesome. I had to change the this whole assembly here. You see the water pump housing here. That whole assembly is a timing cover. It goes right around down to the bottom of the motor and wraps back up over here. So that had to be changed with a different one from a 3400, because obviously I don't have air conditioning in this car anymore. Even though it did have it, that's the spot where the one core would have been. But, or not the core, the dryer would have been right here. And the reason why I didn't put the air conditioning back in is because, well, first of all, I prefer windows and the sunroof. And second of all, it would have been a lot harder to make this mount. But I've never had AC in my life, and you know what, I don't really care for it. Sure, it's nice sometimes, but whatever. One of the slight mods I have here is just an 8-gauge wire that goes from the alternator right directly to the battery through a subwoofer fuse, and the original one's still there as well. That's just for a little extra juice, or in case the fusible link in this wire ever fails, then I still have another one and it's still fused. So if there really is a problem, first that one will fail, and then this one will fail. My clutch reservoir is mounted in the original factory spot, because this car used to be an automatic, so I had to convert it to a 5-speed. Now, sometimes, a lot of the time, these original weather seals are no good and they leak. Well, there's a simple solution for that. Get some white or some clear silicone, and then just put a thin bead all the way around it, and then smooth it out with your finger, and then 9 times out of 10 it'll seal up again just perfect. There's the rest of the side. Factory OEM spoiler. And here's the interior. The amplifier is Insignia, along with two 12-inch Insignia subwoofers from Best Buy. Got them for $200, brand new, and can't complain with the quality at all. The car itself has 217,000 kilometers on it, and the body is, well, brand new, along with all the bearings, suspension, CV joints, the whole works. It's so, it really, that's the only thing with 217,000 on it. The shifter boot and ring is from a Mitsubishi Lancer, and that's because the original one that I finally found this console, it was really hard to get because it's hard to find these cars in 5-speed anymore, but the boot for it was all ruined, so I had to fab this one up in there, and it doesn't look so bad. So, grab my keys here. Let me fire it up for you. Of course, 3 pedals for a good time. Ooh, and my belt's a little squealy. Well, the stereo sounds good. And here it is, in action. You can see it running, and I'm sure you can hear it running. Like I said, this hood was functional with the original airbox for the 3.1 liter, but unfortunately it didn't fit properly with this engine, so I just have this cone filtered. And no, these do not make a performance upgrade for all you idiot racers out there. The strut tower brace is factory. And before I run out of tape here, Series 40 Flowmaster. Sounds awesome.